Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of the WMMA 5 series of using Pride FC in the year 2001 now, as it is the big show here on the this episode 9. We have Pride 14, Clash of the Titans, and as far as exciting goes, this is the first time a match, well, not a match, a fight is going to be really determining a title contender as the main event, which is we'll just before we get into that though, before we get into the actual card and whatnot, I guess we'll look at the main event though. Dan Anderson, Edson in LA. We'll look at just from the matchmaking point of view as the winner of this, whether it be Dan Henderson or Edson in LA, is going to take on whoever wins from the Vanderlei Silva Sakuraba fight, which will happen at Pride 17. As for the male, the big thing is Zushi Sakuraba is back. He has returned from his hiatus, pretty much a year hiatus. He came back in April of 2001, obviously left in May, but pretty much a year. And we have Yoshihiro Takayama has joined the world, and he's joined Pride FC, which is kind of weird how high he is popularity-wise. Mid-level international, which he did main event some Pride shows, but it was, I wouldn't put mid-level international. That's kind of crazy. Because he'd be like a international star, like everywhere. Which the Don Fry Takayama fight is obviously legendary for its balls to the wall, just obviously in the clinch, just throwing fucking shots. But really, I'd say as far as mid-level international, that might be a little too high. But we'll gladly take it. We love Takayama, of course, a giant Japanese man, and he's gonna take on Nobika Takada at Pride 15. That's going to be a hell of a fight. As Josh Barnett, he's left the Lions and joined the Minnesota Martial Arts Academy. Ogawa is extending his deal with Pride. And then we signed Big Nog to a exclusive contract, which he has not been signed yet to a fight yet. So he is still kind of pending his debut fight. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, now we've kind of went through all that. Let's run the goddamn show. As, obviously we know the main event. And we'll go through the rest of the card. I kind of like doing it when it shows all the statistics and stuff, and kind of the little fun facts and the stat picks and all that. So we'll go through all that once we get to that. So as the rest of the card, but we know Dan Anderson at 10-0, 2-0 in Pride. Ensign in 12-4, 3-1 in Pride. Middleweight fight, of course. Two of the best, obviously 2 out of the 4 best in the division. But this is going to be very, very exciting, very awesome to see. As the other bouts in the fight, the former 5th-ranked pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Smashing Machine Mark Kerr, returns for the first time since getting knocked the fuck out by Gary Goodrich in impressive fashion, getting his jaw broken. Hopefully he comes back and can fuck somebody up. As also we got Vitor Belfort fighting for the first time since his shocking upset against Edson at Pride 12 Cold Fury. As then we have also Igor. Ice Cold Igor coming back after winning his unanimous decision win over Tom Erickson. Man, Igor too, we're talking about the middleweight division. Really, the heavyweight division's all Igor. We're just kind of looking for somebody to take on Igor. That might be Big Nog. That might be Igor. Big Nog might be the debut of the heavyweight title. We shall see. As we'll see with this fight if he does win. As then the Croatian sensation, Pat Miletich, making his Pride debut. That's going to be a lot of fun to see. As we have here Dan Henderson, Ensign in no way. 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Was Ensign's ranked Henderson, but Henderson's ranked 3rd, Ensign's ranked 9th. This is the second time Ensign Inoue's made event at a Pride show. Obviously, the first time was when he defeated Vitor Belfort, and then Ensign Inoue submitted 4 of his last 5 opponents. Which it's both guys are 1-0 against each other against their current teams. As Henderson's finished 3 of his last 5. As Dan Henderson's got the staff pick. 5 for Dan Henderson, 2 for Ensign Inoue, though. It's pretty split. Speaking of split, though, is speaking of a big fight for Igor here. Ice Cold Igor's taking on Pedro Hizzo. 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Igor is ranked 12th. Izzo's ranked at 18th. This is the first time they have fought. A 9-inch reach advantage for Pedro Hizzo. That is insane. That is a huge advantage. And this is the Pride debut of Hizzo. So really, this is the toughest match I think Igor's had in the heavyweight division. Maybe so far in the series. Pedro is a bad motherfucker with a 9-inch reach advantage. That is going to be tough for Igor to maintain. And I mean, he's losing the Blur Cat staff picks, as 3 of them are going with Igor and 4 of them going for Izzo. That's going to be a great fight, though, nonetheless. Be interesting. Be an interesting fight for sure. And the creation sensation, Pat Miletich versus Vitor, the Phenom Belfort. As you can see, this card is fan-fucking-tastic. I mean, we got, obviously, 2 Pride debuts in Izzo and Pat Miletich. I mean, these are some bad motherfuckers. Another 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Miletich ranked 11th, Belfort's ranked 14th. Both men have finished 3 of their last 5 opponents. Belfort trains a Brazilian top team, which Miletich has a 1-0 record against them. First time they fought. Having the weight advantage is Vitor, and he's got the staff picks advantage as well. No one's getting swept, though. It's not been 7-0. It's been either 4-3 or 5-2. We'll see if it keeps going that way. It is. All right, so here we go. Smashing Machine Mark Kerr against Hightower Simi Shillet. A bad motherfucker, one of the best kickboxers of all time. A bad man. He's got an 8-8 reach advantage. He's probably going to knock him the fuck out with a head kick, which is going to be insane for Mark Kerr to go back-to-back getting his fucking clock cleaned out. I think it's going to be a head kick. I think head kick KO for old Shimmy Shillette. As that's going to be an awesome fight, though. Fifth ranked heavyweight fighter in Pride, and Shillet's ranked 6, so you're pretty close. First time they fought. Mark Kerr does have the staff pick, but I think there's going to be an upset here. I think an upset, as Shillette is 1-2 against Lions Den people, so he's had some tough outings against them, but we'll see. We'll see. As Enzo Gracie and Ronaldo Sobral, again, 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, 22 and 25th. Both guys have kind of been, I wouldn't say shockingly upset or anything, but they have been getting knocked the fuck out. As this is the betting lines have Sobral as a big favorite, though, which that makes sense. Enzo Gracie has kind of been getting fucked over a lot in his recent fights. We'll see, though. We'll see. Maybe this would be it, as Sobral does have the significant weight advantage. That definitely helps him out. Well, this is the first time on the card, at least, we have a 7-0 with a staff pick. Ebenezer Pitbull Fontez Baraka versus Ryan Gracie. Baraka 6-1, as he has a significant weight advantage. Yeah, doing that. Ryan Gracie obviously 1-0. As Ebenezer Fontez Baraka, let's see if he can get a win here. I feel like he's been pretty. He's 1-4 in Pride. Let's see if he can get a win here. He's 11-7-1. Be huge if he gets a win. Quentin Rampage Jackson versus Alan Goes. Everybody is going with Alan Goes. This was more of a big fight for Quentin Rampage Jackson. He saw a lot of kind of easy, kind of run-of-the-mill fights. Now he's getting a tough opponent, Alan Goes. Does have the significant weight advantage. I think he's good. This could go either way. I think it's not as one-sided as the Blur Cat staff predict. We'll see. As then that was obviously the main event of kind of the prelim. Here is the opener, though, the prelim. Alexander Tsuka and Masaki Sasaki. As Tsuka hasn't won since October of '98. He's gonna win here, though. This is both guys need a win. Sasaki is 0-3. As Alexander Tsuka's 1-5, I think. 1-6. We'll see. We'll see if he gets a win. Obviously, I think he's going to have to win, though. Pretty much no problem. Minus 300, though. It's a little close. We'll see how it goes. As Big John McCarthy as our ref. Our judges. Both fighters get a big ovation. Underway. Sasaki moves in on Tsuka, preparing to throw. Tsuka may have been setting up to shoot, but Sasaki aggressively took the initiative first. A jab is wide from Sasaki, but then he catches Tsuka with a right hook. Tsuka looks like he was going to shoot in, but Sasaki took the initiative first. Lands a left hand and scores with a right cross. Takedown attempt from Masuka. Yeah, Sasaki has no defense for takedowns. He's just a kickboxer. It is what it is. He's got a pull guard now. But he's pounded away, but Sataki's dealing with it. Gets pushed back thanks to the butterfly guard. Sasaki quickly scrambles. He may regret that choice, as it gives Tsuka the perfect opportunity to come over the top and get side control. Gets an arm triangle, but doesn't allow the arm triangle to be applied, though. Tries to sweep from the bottom, but Tsuka's not budging. Throws a few right hands, as he takes a moment to plan ahead. Sasaki tries to pull guard on Atsuka, doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Inside control, Atsuka begins working to get a mount. Atsuka almost gets mount, but Sasaki was ready and scrambles. Somehow, the scramble leaves Atsuka under the north-south of control. Sasaki strikes Atsuka in the ribs with a few short elbows. They lack venom. Atsuka tries to scramble out from underneath Sasaki, but is held firmly in place. Sasaki elbows away at the ribs, but the blows are not doing much damage. Sasaki loses positional control for a moment and allows Atsuka to scramble. Sasaki is up first, quickly grabs Atsuka, grabbing him up against the ropes. He pins him up now against the ropes, using dirty boxing to inflict some damage. So this is actually the first time I feel like in the series Sataki's actually doing something as far as damage-wise against an opponent, so this is great. This is a great even fight, too, for him. He's had a lot of tough bouts up there, but now he's finally got an even fight. He's doing some work. He's smothering Atsuka against the ropes. He scores with a left on the side of the stomach. Again, trying to do some dirty boxing, but Atsuka sees the chance to create some space and breaks free. He's looking to step in and unleash his Sasaki. Fails to find home for his jab, but he then hits Atsuka with a straight right. Looking again, moving up close, looking to open up an attack. As Atsuka looked like he was trying to do a takedown, but Sasaki simply took the initiative first. Can't connect with the sub strikes, but then he lands a right hand, and there's a noticeable gash above the eye now of Atsuka. He's looking to shoot in on Sasaki now. He gets the second 2-for-2 on takedowns. This is obviously Atsuka was feeling danger after getting it cut above his eyes. So he takes the takedown, takes to the ground. So we're going to try to stall for the next 3 minutes as he throws a few right hands. He takes a moment to plan ahead. Tries to sweep from the bottom. Does Sasaki. Doesn't budge though. Does Atsuka. Atsuka begins trying to get his leg free of the half guard. Can't keep half guard secure and gives up side control. He's trying to get a Kimura. He gets a Kimura. And Sasaki has to tap out. That is tough for Sasaki. I feel like he's lost every fight by submission. Yep, he has. I mean, that's just, it is what it is. I haven't really gotten a chance to put him against, Bob. I felt like I put up against Bob Schreiber. I guess I didn't. I think Hans was probably the closest thing he could to maybe winning. But, yeah, I mean, that's tough. Hopefully we get him against a kickboxer. I don't want to put him against Gillette, because, man, Gillette will knock him the fuck out, and it'd be real bad. And it'd be very one-sided. But who knows? Maybe we can get that going. It was rated fantastic, though. So we got that going for us. It wasn't an even fight. It was a very entertaining fight, to be honest with you. So that was great. Way to go, Alexander Atsuka. 2-6 now, as thanks, everyone. Connected Perestra. I can't pronounce it. I'm fucking terrible. For helping him prepare for his fight. Thank you, sponsors, for supporting him financially, rather, as says that being in such a fantastic fight was a huge rush, that he is glad to both get the win and entertain the fans. Yeah, that was pretty entertaining. As the last of the preliminary fights, Quentin Rampage Jackson competes against Alan Goes. So yeah, the minus 300 Alan Goes, plus 230 for Quentin Rampage Jackson. I didn't think it was this one-sided for them to go plus 7 for the staff. But obviously they think the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background will help Alan Goes out. Referee, judges, as they weighed in the same, but Jackson put on some weight. Since then, they touch gloves. Goes for the takedown right off the rip, as he gets a hold of the leg, but Jackson remains standing, arguing on the other foot. With Jackson not going down, Goes settles up for just pushing him against the ropes. Looking for another takedown, trip takedown, looking to sweep the leg. Doesn't work, though. Quentin Rampage Jackson shutting down the takedowns early on in the fight. Looking for a third takedown. He gets it, though. He finally gets that takedown, outside leg trip. He's got side control now. Looking for an arm triangle as Jackson stops it. Blocks the attempt to pull guard as Alan Goes. He's catching his breath, throwing a couple punches to the body. Blocks the attempt to pull guard. Looking for a Kimura as he's locked in tight as his arm is bent at a terrible angle. Oh no, he gets it free. Clearly the hold couldn't have been tight as it looked. Goes remains side control though, so that the danger has far from passed as tries to move guard. Yeah, Alan Goes has got complete control on the ground. Looking for mount. He's in mount. Does a little damage with the right hand, so that's surprising. Again, pounding away, and Jackson's just eating him. Couple managed to get through though, now he's covering up. As none of them land any degree of power. Oh. he shuts down Quentin Rampage Jackson, who's trying to get out of the mount. So now he's hitting several big shots halfway into the round as he fires away with punches. Only a few actually find their way through. Doesn't do any damage with them. He tries to sweep from the bottom, but doesn't budge. Goes, fires away with the punches, but does a little in the way of damage. Tries to sweep from the bottom, but doesn't budge. Goes, tries to pound on Jackson, but none of the blows land with any degree of power. As another block of the sweep from Alan Goes. Alan Goes just complete control. Now you see why the staff was 7-0 here, as once it got to the ground, which it got to the ground very quickly. Even though Quentin did a great job of stopping the takedowns, but yeah, he can only fight it off for so long. If he could survive this round, though, you never know. He might knock him out. He might make it an interesting second round. We shall see. But he blocks Jackson as he tries to sweep him. I don't think he's going to finish the fight, though. Oh, well, this is not good, though. Now he's got his back. Rear naked choke. Doesn't allow the arm to go in their chin now. Tries to roll. Doesn't budge. Prevents Goes from applying a body triangle. He's not going to be able to roll. Minute left. Looking for a rear naked choke again. Jackson again stops it. He can't move. Another rear naked choke attempt. And he blocks it again, and that's the end of the round. What a fucking effort from Quentin Rampage Jackson, however. How many submissions this motherfucker? 5 submissions. Didn't have either one. You know, really, we'll see how the second round goes, though. But you gotta respect Quentin Rampage Jackson, though. He stopped 2 of the first 3 takedowns. Then he stopped every submission. We'll see. We'll see if he can get an interesting second round out of this. But it's going to be tough. Alan Goes right out of the gate. He's going to try to shoot in on him. As that's the bell. Fails to find home of his jab, but he hits a nice straight right hand that lands hard. There's that takedown. He gets a hold of the leg, but Jackson remains standing, hopping on the foot. As he pushes himself up against the ropes. Another takedown attempt. Great inside leg trip. Sees Jackson get thrown to the mat, and there we go. Now it's just, he's now got side control, past the half guard. As, yep, now he's mounted. Now he's just getting damaged away. Yeah, pounding away. Blocks the attempt. Yeah, he's... Unanimous decision, Alan Goes. This is what this is going to be. Blocks the sweep. As pounds away. Unloads some right hands. Jackson deals with him. That's the end of the fight. Alan Goes couldn't finish it, which is very depressing. Because he had every chance to. But, he, Quentin Rampage Jackson just couldn't do anything. Couldn't do anything from the bottom. That is for sure. Yeah. Alan Goes with the decision. It was a good fight, though, right? I mean, at least Quentin Rampage Jackson was stopping takedowns and stopping submissions and whatnot. He was putting up a fight, but he just couldn't do anything about it. As shows respect to his opponent, that's good. He should. As he gives thanks to, praises his team at Brazilian top team. Various sponsors, fans come out to support him. As that's the prelims. Now we're going on the main fight card, the opener. Ebenezer Pitbull, Fontes Baraka, and Ryan Gracie. Plus 270 for Ryan Gracie. Minus 350 for Ebenezer Fontes Baraka. The, standing game of the Muay Thai background from Ebenezer Fontes Baraka is going to be tough for Ryan Gracie to deal with. Plus the weight advantage, too. As our referee, our judges, the opening bell. Both fighters move in and engage. Gracie fails for a clever feint. As Baraka dodges the right hand and counterattacks with a left jab and a solid right hand. Oh my god. What a counter strike from Ebenezer Fontes Baraka. They meet in the middle. As, oh wow, Gracie's standing up and fighting with him. This is impressive. I did not see this coming. As Gracie's off target with a left jab and hits a right cross. Baraka finds a way past his opponent's guard and lands a sharp 1-2. They exchange strikes, but nothing really gets through. They stand and trade in the center, but really neither fighter can land any good shots. That makes sense. Moving forward, constantly, Baraka's pressuring Gracie. Baraka avoids a jab, but is able to move into the pocket. A jab is wide from Baraka, but then hits a body kick as Baraka comes forward to attack and moves into the pocket. Can't hit the setup left jab, and then scores with a leg kick. They trade in the center of the ring, but neither fighter can land a good shot. Baraka comes forward, looking to force a strike exchange. Baraka looking to pressure Gracie, stepping into the pocket. A combo that ends with a head kick. Attempt fails to land for Baraka. They engage in the middle again. Baraka counters the right hand with a quick left jab and a right cross. My god. Oh, a fucking 3-punch combo for Baraka. As he can't connect with the jab, and he lands a right hand. Fighters go toe-to-toe with strikes, but the flurry ends without any really damaging shots landing. Baraka connects with a nice jab and then scores with the right cross. Halfway into the round, Baraka, both fighters step in this strike. Baraka slips past a right hook, counters with a jab and a leg kick that narrowly misses the target. Baraka comes forward, and the two fighters exchange strikes. Gracie throws a counter left, but doesn't connect. A 1-2 from Baraka fails to land. Gracie now does the takedown, as Gracie gets a hold of a leg, but Baraka remains standing, hopping on the other foot. Unable to complete the takedown, Gracie pushes them up against the ropes, looking for the leg trip now. It gets the outside leg trip, sweeping Baraka to the mat where now he pulls guard. See what these last 4 minutes are going to be now as Gracie looks to get past the guard. Too much for Baraka, passing guard and gaining some side control. It's looking just catch his breath here, throwing a couple of punches to the body. Tries to pull guard, but doesn't get anywhere with it. Gracie fires off a few punches as he catches his breath. Looking for a knee bar. Baraka fights off the knee bar attempt. Gracie blocks an attempt to pull guard. Throws a few weak-looking punches, decides his next move, as he's just probably going to end the fight, just kind of blocking Baraka as he tries to transition to guard. Lands some shots without any degree of damage, and that's the end of the round. What a great little fight that was. A great little first round. It was standing for at least 6 minutes of it, and then the last 4, Ryan Gracie got the outside leg sweep, and then pretty much was in control from the ground. But that's a pretty close fight. You looking at the fight metrics, obviously Ryan Gracie landed the most strikes, but and the takedown too. He went for the submission. It was 1-for-1 on ground passes, but I think it's going to come down to the second round, I think. We'll see how it goes. Whoever wins this round, I think, is going to win the fight. As here we go. 5 minutes left. 5-minute round. As Baraka steps forward and strike exchange begins. Gracie hits a jab in the exchange. Baraka opens Gracie up with a feint. Can't connect with the sub strike, but then scores with a right cross that landed hard. Baraka comes forward to attack. Gracie fires off a counter jab. Connects with a jab. Does Baraka, but finds nothing but air with a big right. Baraka slowing down a bit. Starting to get into the gas tank. As running his mouth, Ryan Gracie's talking trash now. Baraka forced the exchange of strikes. Gracie misses the left-handed exchange. Baraka doesn't trouble his opponent with a combination, ending in a body kick. As the two combatants meet in the center, start to strike. Baraka counters with a right hand with a left jab and a quick leg kick. As taking a few gulps of breath, Gracie's finally giving a hint that he's starting to tire a touch. Baraka lands a left jab, but then misses with a vicious right hand. Moving forward constantly, Baraka's pressuring Gracie, just combining them. Baraka is now in the pocket. A jab hits home from Baraka, then lands a right hand. Baraka stumbles his way into a clinch. He looks shattered as Gracie attempts to trip to put Baraka on the ground. It's unsuccessful, though. Baraka maintained a good, solid base. Gracie uses a nice knee strike from the grapple and catches Baraka to the side of the stomach. Halfway mark on the round, Gracie looking for a leg sweep. He gets the outside leg sweep down to the ground, and now Baraka's on his back pulling guard. It's in control. Gracie begins working to pass the side control. He can't block the pass in his left, pulling half guard. Gracie's trying to get out of half guard into a better position. Finds his opponent too skilled, does Baraka. Now Gracie's in full mount with 1:30 left in the fight. Looking for an armbar. Baraka rolls with it, using their armbar attempt as a way of getting on top into side control. That what a great counter from Baraka. Fires away with punches, but Gracie doesn't take any undue damage. That's the end of the fight right there. What a great little fight. As far as Baraka was, anytime they were standing, he was the one pushing the pace, pushing the action. Really at the end, if Gracie hadn't have lost control with the armbar and then ended up on the bottom, you could have gave it to Ryan Gracie. You really could have. It's gonna be a tough fight to really grade. I think as a whole, I think if you had to grade it by round, I definitely think Ebenezer won this round. I think it's going to win the fight. I think it's either going to be a unanimous decision. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a split decision, but I'm going to do a unanimous decision. Ebenezer, Fontes, Baraka. We'll see. Oh, wow. They give it to Ryan Gracie. Wow. Yeah. I get it to a degree, too. Ryan, when he was, he pretty much had control, pretty much on top the entire time. Anytime we went to the ground, he had control, but I felt like that was only like 7 minutes of a 20-minute fight. that makes any sense. Or 15-minute fight, rather, as you have the first round and the second round. But, I guess that is almost half, so I get it, too, in a way. But, another upset for Ryan Gracie, man. He's 2-0. He last beat fucking Carlos Newton by a split decision. So that was interesting, though. He stood up and he traded shots with him, too. That was very interesting. Ebony Fontes Baraka, that is a tough loss for him. 11-8-1. He's 32. We might let him go, to be honest. The last fight he won was against Akira Shoji. Now, he's had a great fight against, Enzo Inoue, Carlos Newton, and Akira Shoji, too, but it's just, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. And this was a good fight, too, with him and Ryan Gracie, but it's tough. Tough. Ryan Gracie name checks all of his sponsors, thanks all of his fans who turned out to support him, asks who he wants next, and he wants Merlio Urua. That'd be a good little fight. Both kind of in the same wheelhouse as, I think Merlio's 4-0. He's now 2-0, so that'd be a nice little fight. So, from one Gracie to another, Enzo Gracie, Ronaldo Sobral, 9-2, 1-1, 12-1. Both men kind of equally matched. Besides, Ronaldo Sobral is much younger and much bigger. We'll see. Luta Livre Wrestling, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, plus 320, minus 410. We'll see our referee, our judges. Gracie is facing a major side disadvantage in this fight, giving up at least 35 pounds. Round 1 begins. Sobral deliberately doesn't touch gloves to start it, as two fighters come together in the clinch and start wrestling. Sobral manages to aggressively get a good position in the clinch, uses a nice knee strike from the grapple and catches Gracie to the side of the stomach. Sobral tries to wrestle Gracie backwards and up against the ropes. As Sobral does it, Gracie is stuck with his back to the ropes. Sobral tries to take down Gracie. He gets it. Takedown is successful. Now Gracie pulls half guard. Looking to catch his breath, Sobral just continues throwing punches. Throws a few weak-looking punches to decide his next move. Looking to pass half guard. As Gracie allows the pass, but it's just a ploy to allow him to try to scramble. But Sobral is first and quickly grabs Gracie, pushing up against the ropes. Sobral drops down and wraps his arms around his opponent's legs, looking to try to take him down. He gets the takedown again, and he gets side control too. Sobral unloads with some right hands, but Gracie's just dealing with him comfortably. Sobral blocks Gracie as he tries to transition to guard. Fires off a few punches, but they aren't with any great force. Again, pounding away. Gracie's not troubled by him. Tries to transition to guard, but he can't manage it. Sobral's just going to stay on top and just land strikes just to land him at this point. Yeah, blocking every time. Few right hands to the body. Just blocking it. Now he's just catching his breath now. And now the referee stands to back up, though, at least. Come up close to start wrestling. Sobral seems to get the advantage. Sobral hits Gracie with a knee strike to the body as he's pushing him against the ropes. Looking for another takedown. An ugly-looking takedown, but it's effective enough to leave Gracie on the mat and turtle up. Sobral's on top, facing him. Loads with some big right hands, but Gracie covers up well. As he prepares to throw a soccer kick to the body, Gracie is able to spring back up and step away from that. That would have been real bad. Again, they get started up and wrestle. Looks like he's gotten the better of the clinch. Does Sobral. No surprise there. Sobral hits Gracie with a big knee strike to the body. Gets caught with a knee to the body. Again, these knees to the body are tough. Now he defends himself well from another attempted knee strike. Sobral tries to wrestle Gracie backwards up against the ropes. He does. Now he's up against the ropes. Another takedown. Yeah. As this is like, the third or fourth takedown just in this round alone. Sobral throws a couple of punches designed to keep him guessing. Gracie tries to transition the guard, but he can't. Sobral throwing strikes to throw him, and blocking the transition to guard as that's the end of the round. Ronaldo Sobral. 4 for 4 on takedowns. 51 jabs plus the 4 knees. Oh, didn't mean to save that. Alright. And the ground pass. This is just all Ronaldo Sobral. As a large swelling on his side, it's rapidly turning an ugly shade of purple. Oof. That is tough. Yeah, there's a lot of knees. That's like 4 knees to the body. That is tough. Last round, a jab is wide from Sobral, then hits Gracie with a straight right hand. Gracie clearly respects his opponent's striking, as he's very wary about getting close enough to grapple. A jab is wide, but then he catches Gracie with a right roundhouse kick to the body, as probably right where that fucking bruise is, too. That is tough. Taking a few gulps of breath, Sobral's getting a little tired now. They clench up and start jockeying for position. Sobral wrestles his way to a dominant position to clinch. Sobral uses a knee strike from the grapple, then catches Gracie with a side to the catches the knee to the side of the stomach again. Sobral hits Gracie with another knee to his body. Muscling up against the ropes. He's up against the ropes. Another takedown. 5 for 5 on takedown. Sobral flattens out Gracie, looking to get a body triangle. Oh, but it gets blocked though. Gracie actually does something. He blocks the body triangle. He can't turn over and sweep him. Looking for the rear naked choke. Gracie doesn't allow the rear naked choke. Tries to roll, but Sobral won't budge. Tries to get the body triangle hooked up, but he can't. Blocks Gracie as he tries to roll. He's just going to block him until it's the end of the fight. Oh, looking for a rear naked choke. 4 seconds left. Nope, gets fought off. Yeah, that's it. As Gracie's looking real tired. Both guys were really tired as that's the end of the fight. I'd say a decent fight. Maybe even average. It was all Sobral, unanimous decision for sure. Yeah. Decent, yeah, that makes sense. As 13-1 for Ronaldo Sobral, 9-3-1 in 1 for Renzo Gracie. As praises his team at Ruiz Valetudo, as he has various sponsors and fans who come out to support him, and Ronaldo Sobral gives a show of respect to his opponent, Renzo Gracie, as the Smashing Machine Mark Kerr against Hightower Zimmy Chalette. As, this is a very even fight. Two completely different fighters, though, at the same time. Both big motherfuckers at 6'11", 260. Zimmy Chalette is a big man, whereas Mark Kerr is 6'1", 260. This is going to be an exciting one for sure. As the only man big enough to referee this one, Big John McCarthy, our judges, the bell rings. Chalette steps up looking to unleash a big-ass head kick. As he lands the left jab, it doesn't hit the leg kick. Mark Kerr is very terrified of his striking, as he's very wary about getting close enough to grapple. He's got the reach, too. That's going to be tough. A jab is wide from Chalette. Then it hits Kerr with a leg kick. Kerr looks like he was going to step up and grapple, but Chalette simply took the initiative first. Chalette can't connect with a straight strike. Setup strikes, rather, but then it's a nice straight right hand. Kerr looks to have been cut above his eye. Blood is trickling down. Chalette rolls his shoulders to relieve a little of the tension as he's built up and moves forward. Chalette fails to find... Oh, now he's a massive right head kick. He's down. Fucking Chalette. Hell yeah, bud. And he knocked him down with a head kick. Moving in quickly, Chalette comes in looking to finish it with soccer kicks and stomps. Oh, no. Incredibly, though, Kerr holds on and survives an... Oh, my Jesus Christ, Mark Kerr. You're surviving stomps and kicks from a man who's 6'11", 260. Oh no, on his back, Kerr watches as Chalette comes in looking to get dominant ground position. Kerr pulls Chalette into guard, preventing him to get any further. As perhaps aware of submission, though, Chalette keeps extremely tight to Kerr, peppering him with short punches. Kerr tries to sweep from the ground. He sweeps Chalette, and they both scramble back to their feet. Looked like we were about to see Kerr try to get some grappling started, but Chalette was more aggressive and took the initiative. Chalette lands 2 jabs and hits a straight right kick to the side of the head. Oh my god. Oh, covering up. Kerr backs off. Chalette may have rocked him after that kick. Chalette smashes Kerr with a big right hand through the guard. Down he goes. Another knockdown. Chalette moves in quickly, tries to finish Kerr with stomps and kicks. But Kerr's back up. My god, Mark Kerr. You have survived way more than I thought you would. Chalette can't hit a setup left jab, but then catches Kerr with a low kick to the front leg. Kerr takes a chance to grab Chalette in the clinch. Kerr tries to wrestle Chalette back up against the ropes. He does. My god. Mark Kerr is looking to turn this around. Kerr smothers Chalette up against the ropes. 60 seconds goes by with something of a stalemate happening. Neither fighter really beginning to able to improve their position or generate any advantage. With Kerr bleeding, the referee pauses the fight so we can see that the cut can be checked. Doctor checked the wound. It doesn't take long to signal the ref. It's only minor. Back on their way, halfway into the fight, into the round rather, as taking a few gulps of breath. Chalette's now he's getting tired. He's been beating the fucking. He's been trying to knock this motherfucker out for 5 minutes, and it just has not worked. Chalette rolls his shoulders, trying to relax him, then moves forward. A 1-2 from Chalette fails to land. Kerr takes the chance to grab Chalette into a clinch, aiming to get Chalette into a Muay Thai clinch. He does. And now he's got Gillette by the back of the head. That's a weird-ass clinch. I mean, getting a man that tall in the clinch has got to be just weird. From the clinch, Gillette gets caught with a massive knee to the chest. He misses the knee strike, but manages to control the clinch. Using the clinch, Kerr blasts Gillette with a powerful knee to the cheek now. Oh my god, now he's got a cut above his eye. Both men now are bleeding. What a fucking war this has turned into. Gillette tries to wrestle free of the Muay Thai clinch, but cannot. As again, he's trying to get free of it. Using the clinch, Kerr drives a knee into the chest of Gillette, but didn't have much force behind it. Gillette partially blocks the knee strike, enough to allow him to wrestle free of the clinch. Kerr slowing down a bit. Gillette fails to find home of his jab, and he hits a nice straight right hand. Kerr has it looked like he was angling to grapple, but he couldn't take the initiative. Gillette fails to find home for his jab, and then hits Kerr with a sensational right head kick. Oh my god, and he's down for a third knockdown in the round. Throw in the damn towel. Oh my god. He quickly pounces, looking to rain down on punches on the stun mark Kerr. Gillette starts unloading with massive rights, and Kerr's getting fucked up. And thank god, the referee has stopped this fight. What a goddamn war. Hightower submission. Gillette takes the win by TKO. Yeah, that was a great fucking fight. I'm surprised that wasn't fantastic. That was so fucking entertaining. Oh my god. What a goddamn war. Simi Gillette gives thanks, praising his team as at Golden Glory. His various sponsors, fans coming out. He celebrates his Pride debut victory. He says he's already looking forward to his next fight. My god. My god. Him and Igor's gotta happen. I know it's a very tough fight for Igor at 5'8" and 205 pounds. But man, Simi Gillette's the man. I love Simi Gillette. Simi Gillette, hopefully Micro Cup happens in the future. Hopefully we can get that to happen. Moving on to the next match. The Croatian sensation, Pat Miletich, goes head-to-head with Vitor, the Phenom Belfort. 8-3 against a very experienced Pat Miletich at 26-2-2. Vitor's got the advantage, though. Betting advantage, minus 160. Plus 120, though, for Pat Miletich. Big John McCarthy, referee, staying out there. Our judges. Both fighters come in at the same weight yesterday. As ever, the Vitor Belfort clearly has the significant weight advantage now, though. Bell rings. Start with the touch gloves. A jab lands at Miletich, but misses with a vicious right hand. Without taking too much damage, Vitor is able to clinch with Miletich. Vitor hits Miletich with a big knee strike to the body from the grapple. Looking to muscle Miletich back up against the ropes. Vitor can't do it, though. He ends up being out-wrestled in the grapple. Using his wrestling skills, Miletich trying to push Vitor up against the ropes. As Miletich can't do it, though, as Vitor gets a more dominant position in the grapple instead. Vitor is trying to muscle Miletich up against the ropes. He does. Pins Pat up against the ropes. Looking to get a sharp trip. He gets an outside leg trip. Sweeps Miletich down to the ground and is now on his back under side control as Pat Miletich. Vitor fires off a few punches and catches his breath. Tries to move to guard, but Vitor doesn't allow it. Belfort throws a few left hands, but is mainly just trying to catch his breath. Punches down on Miletich, but they are easily taken on the gloves. Throws some small strikes, but it's clear they're just trying to take a moment. Try to catch his breath. Locks his tip to pull guard. Belfort keeps Miletich guessing with a few quick strikes. Belfort throws a few left hands. He takes a moment to plan ahead. Miletich tries to transition the guard, but can't manage it. The referee decides to stand him back up. Lack of progress. As there's a takedown attempt from Miletich now. And he gets it. So now both men 1 for 1 on takedowns. Belfort is on his back, pulls guard. Miletich attempts to pass guard and gain better position. He finds himself unable to pass guard, though, as Miletich blocks an attempted sweep. Attempts to pass guard and gain better position. He does. Passes side control, but doesn't have time to secure the position before Belfort starts to scramble. Scrambling to his feet, but Vitor immediately drives him up against the ropes. As they looking for a trip, he gets the trip. What a great trip from Vitor Belfort. The takedown allows Belfort to take the back of Miletich. Belfort pounds away with left hands, hitting several big shots now. Seems to be moving slowly towards a finish as he applies a very tight body triangle. Gets the rear naked choke, but doesn't allow the arm to go underneath his chin, this Miletich. Belfort lets Miletich turn over to get out of the body triangle, as it allows him to easily get mounted. Pounds away, Miletich is struggling to deal with it. Pounds away with lefts, but fails to land anything significant. Miletich tries to sweep from the bottom, he doesn't budge Belfort. Belfort tries to pound on Miletich, but all the blows are completely dealt with. He blocks the sweep, and that's the end of the round. What a fight. Great first round. Both guys were pretty much in control. Had their moments. Towards the end, though, once Vitor pretty much had the back, and then once he allowed into top mount, he was pretty much in control of the fight from there. But I think it was a great fucking fight, though. Obviously, Miletich only landed one strike, so that definitely changes my perspective of things. I thought it was a lot more even than that, but yeah, this is all Vitor. So we'll see if this second round can change something. As that's the start of the bell for the final round. Looking like he's angling the grapple, but he couldn't take the initiative. As Pat Miletich, Vitor can't hit a setup right jab, but then hits a scores with a left cross that landed hard. Miletich looked like he was about to shoot, but Belfort stepped in and fast and started a clinch. Miletich wrestles himself in a dominant position in the clinch, trying to muscle Vitor up against the ropes. He does. Now Vitor's stuck up against the ropes. He's looking for a takedown. He gets it. And now he's got to pull guard. So this is great. If he can stay on top for 3 minutes or 30 seconds here, he might steal this one away from Vitor. We'll see. Pat's starting to try to work to get past his guard. He passes the half guard. Oh, and he passes half guard. But Vitor again was ready to scramble and immediately starts to scramble. He ends up in half guard. Throws some small strikes. Was clearly just trying to take a moment to catch his breath. As fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with his gloves. Trying to muscle out of half guard as Miletich, but Vitor's not doing it. He's not allowing it. Throws a few strikes just to throw him. Throwing strikes just to catch his breath. Again, Vitor staying on top. You might as well. You got the fight won. Just got to not get caught. As Vitor's just throwing punches to keep him guessing. Doesn't allow him to get out of the guard. Big John stands up with 15 seconds left in the fight. They exchange in the center of the ring, but nothing really happens. And that's the end of the fight. Narrow decision, Vitor Belfort. Yep. Alright. Vitor, the Phenom Belfort, wins 9-3 for Vitor. 26-3-2 for Pat Miletich. As, that was a good fight, too. This is a great fucking card. Great fucking card. As Vitor Belfort name checks everyone involved in the Brazilian top team, then goes through his sponsors one by one. He thanks God for inspiring him. He praises Miletich for a tough fight. As this is Igor's biggest test. Ice cold Igor gets Pedro the Rock Hizzo. Oh boy. Whoever wins this is probably going to take on Semi Shalette. As the co-main event is up next. Ice cold Igor takes on Pedro Hizzo. As minus 210 for Hizzo, plus 160 for Igor. Judges, as Hizzo is towering over Igor. You wait till fucking Shalette and Igor happens. Pacing around like a caged tiger, Hizzo looks eager for the introductions in so that he can go into battle. Oh boy. This is gonna be fucking brutal. We got a kickboxer and a Muay Thai fighter about to throw fucking hands. Round one begins. They start in trade. They stand in trade, but all the shots are either off target or safely dealt with. They engage in the center. Hizzo uses a left jab and also scores a great right hook, showing good technique though. Igor lands 3 quick jabs and follows up with a nice right hook. Wow, what a 4-punch combo from Igor. Great job. Both fighters step up and strike. Hizzo uses the left jab and also hits a kick to the lead leg. That's always a weird sentence to say. As Igor scores with a brace of jabs, but doesn't find the mark with a big right hook. A quick exchange of strikes doesn't lead to anything. Both fighters move in and engage. Hizzo comes up short on a body kick, and Igor moves in with a left hook. Both fighters step up to strike. Hizzo counters with the right hand with a few quick left jabs, and that are followed up by a glancing high kick. Oh god. As strike has opened up a noticeable gash over the eye of Igor. 2 fighters engage. Hizzo counters with a right hand with a jab, and a head kick is off target. Engaged in the center. Left jab from Hizzo hits and also lands a leg kick. Igor lands cleanly with the right hand. They engage. Igor hits a left jab but misses with a right, with a roundhouse kick to the body. Hizzo hits a left jab but has a right hook blocked. They meet in the center and start to strike. Hits 2 out of a flurry of 3 punches that hits a glancing blow with a high kick. As he misses the left jab as Igor, but he lands a nice right hook. Scores to the left jab as Hizzo, and he finds a right cross. His right cross is blocked. Igor lands a nice right hook. An exchange of strikes doesn't go anywhere. Doesn't produce any damage. Again, does the strikes. They're halfway into the round. 2 fighters come forward and engage. Soft target with a jab. It hits a kick to the leg. Hit the leg kick, though. Connects clean with the right hand as Igor. Oh no! He looks unsteady on his feet and he retreats. He's trying to cover up that blow has rocked him. As Igor moves in close and creams Hizzo with a vicious right uppercut, and down he goes. There's a knockdown for Igor, and without hesitation, Igor goes to finish off Hizzo with stomps and kicks. He can't get there fast enough, though, as Hizzo's right already back up to his feet. The referee calls for a pause. He wants to check on Igor's cut. Oh no! What a fucking turn of events! The cut is too much! He almost knocked him out! Fuck! What a tough blow for Igor. Doctor's decision ends the fight due to the cut. Hizzo wins. Boo. Boo. What a co-main event. We gotta do a rematch of that. That's tough. What a shitty way to end the fight. Almost knocks him out with a big uppercut. Doctor comes in, stops the fight. It's a good fight though up into that. Man, that's tough. That's a shitty way to lose a fight. Hizzo and Igor. We gotta do the rematch soon. As he thanks everyone. Valentudo as for helping him. Does Pedro Rizzo. He thanks everyone connected to that. Preparing for his fight. And then his sponsors. And supporting him financially. Says that he's very happy to have won his Pride debut. And he's very happy to be here. Hell yeah, happy to be here. So in the main event. Dan Hendo Henderson. Edson Inoue. Winner of this takes on the winner of the fucking middleweight title fight. Dan Hendo Henderson. Edson Inoue, minus 200, plus 200, 10-0, 12-4, 5'10", 205, 6 foot 205, 30 years old, 34 years old. A wrestler, Greco-Roman wrestler to be specific, in a wrestling jiu-jitsu background. This is going to be to the ground. No fucking standing and banging here. This is going to get to the ground quick. Our referee, our judges. Edson is fighting in front of his home crowd tonight and gets a big cheer as he makes his entrance. The fight begins. They touch gloves. Shoots in for the takedown. He can't get past the sprawl of Edson and gets pushed down to his hands and knees instead. Oh, Jesus! As Edson pounds away, Henderson's barely able to offer any defense at all. Oh my god! What a fucking... Edson Inoue's a monster! Fuck you and your takedowns, Dan Henderson. He will sprawl and knock you the fuck out with your TK. Oh my god, Edson Inoue. This man has beaten Vitor Belfort and Dan Henderson back to back. And now he gets to fight on whoever wins between Vanderlei Silva and Sakuraba. What a good fight. 41 seconds. My god, did not see that going. I figured at least they would get some takedowns in, but the sprawl into the fucking shot. My god, Edson Inoue, thanks everyone connected to the Lions Den for having prepared for this fight, and the sponsors for supporting him financially. This man, don't not count out Edson Inoue. This man is an underdog by hard. I don't know how the critical ratings is 67. These were some great fucking fights. Wow. But we get it, at least it's above a 60 though. As, wow, a lot of people in Kanto for this fight. Or for the card rather, and this fight. Popularity increased everywhere. My god. What a goddamn card. I loved it. Simi Chalet with his KO of the night. I'd say that was awesome. My god. We made money. Hell yeah. So what a card that was for Pride 14. The Clash of the Titans. Titans clash for sure. As we've got some fights set up. Man, Edson Inoue on a fucking tear. As, oh wow. A lot of people. What? It's that M1 Global. What's Alexander Tsuka? Ebenezer Fontes Baraka might not get re-signed, to be honest. We might let him go. As, we'll sign Ronald Sobral. Yeah, we'll keep Alexander Tsuka, though. He won his fight. You know, he's Japanese talent, too. It's nice to have him around. Alright, so that will do it for this episode. We will catch you guys for Pride 15 Raging Rumble. Takayama's debut. On Frosky and Don Fry. That's going to be a battle for sure. A lot of heavyweights. Kind of, compared to this last card, not a lot of big names thrown at you, but it's going to be some great fights. We also got some people who are just kind of dicking around, not wanting to get signed. Like, I want to do Big Nog and Mark Coleman, but Mark Coleman's an asshole and doesn't want to fight Big Nog because of his -2 momentum. But, plus it's kind of one-sided for Big Nog, but still. Nonetheless, though, we're looking to see what we can do here. I was going to do Sakuraba Anderson Silva, too, to have Sakuraba's big comeback fight before he takes on Vanderlei, but does not. Oh, he does want to do it, actually. We might do it. I don't know. It's pretty one-sided for Anderson Silva. One-sided for Sakuraba, but it'd be a great fight, though, nonetheless. We'll see. We'll see. We might do that for Raging Rumble. Might make that the co-main. Beast from the East, rather. Has only got 2 fights on it, too, so we got to do that for that. And Bride 17 will be Vanderlei Silva and Sakuraba if we don't do, like I said, Anderson Silva and Sakuraba. We shall see, though. A lot of things going on here. And Rua, if he beats Rodrigo, he'll take on Ryan at probably 17 or 16, depending on how that goes. But absences, we have obviously a couple of people for a lot of days. Not Josh Burnett 19 days though, and Sobral 13 days. But yeah, other than that, very exciting times. Very, very exciting times. As we will catch you guys next Monday. Take care, everyone.